thank you all for being here today. My name is Tia Allston-Bing, and I'm the Human Resources Director for the City of Douglasville. So welcome everyone to our 2018 Service Awards. This is the time of the year where we recognize our employees for their 5-year service increments and their contributions to the City of Douglasville. We also recognize our retirees and our police department awards. And this year, we're going to add another facet of that as it relates to our promoted employees for 2018. So we want to recognize everyone today for this great year, 2018, all that they've done, how long they've been here, and some special recognitions as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to be starting with our promotions category. So if you are here in the room with us today, and your name is called, if you would please stand so we can acknowledge you. Alfred Baker, Park Control Officer. Ashley Bird, Administrative Clerk 1. Jason Carter, Crew Chief. Melissa Dickinson, Maintenance and Sanitation Assistant Director. Joseph Dwyer, Corporal. William Grizzard, Building Inspector. Joel Hayes, Police Officer. Jarrell Herring, Detective. Jimmy Hitchcock, Senior Code Compliance Officer. Andre Jackson, Police Officer. Chelsea Jackson, Assistant City Manager. Dorian Jackson, Police Officer. Rodney Johnson, Police Officer. Stephen Jones, Digital Media Manager. Ronald Lozano, Police Officer. Tyrone Lyons, Police Officer. Amy Meehan, Marketing and Events Coordinator. She's in the back. Jason Post, Community Relations Director. April McCown, Economic Development Manager. Alexis Reyes, Police Officer. Josias Reyes, Police Officer. Garrett Shorter, Police Officer. Candace Tongate, Corporal. Brianna Watts, Marketing and Events Coordinator. Roy Watts, Commercial Sanitation Driver. Josephine Whited, Office Coordinator. Christopher Williams, Sergeant. Patrice Williams, Community Development Director. Okay. Barry Wilson, Crew Chief. And that concludes over 40 employees that have been promoted this year in 2018 with the City of Douglasville. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, now we'll move on to our categories for service increments. If you are here in the room with us today, if you would, for your category, come up to the stage to my left, and then we'll have everyone in each category stay over to the right where Ms. Hampton is standing so that we can get a group picture of everyone, okay? So you can come up to the stage to my left. All right. Shane Bird, financial analyst. Justin Cannon, laborer 2. Whitney. Okay, and then everybody at the end. Okay. Brenda Coleman, receptionist. Carl Enos, police officer. Jarrell Herring, detective. Tracy Jarvis, building inspector. Christopher Lindahl, bailiff. Stanley Mosley, laborer. Amanda Pope, accountant 2. Christine Roberts, senior court clerk. Kristen Tate, administrative clerk 2. Jason Walker, detective. Patrice Williams, community development director. Let's give a round of applause for our 5-year employees. Marsha. Me? Oh, okay. Trying to grab. Okay. All right, thanks everyone for your tenure. Next, we'll move on to our 10-year employees. Michael Bryant, crew chief. Too cute. Robert Banks, crew chief. Chadwick Brown, laborer 2. We'd like to recognize Dr. LaShawn B. Danley, councilwoman, for 10 years of service to the city. She couldn't be here with us today, but she is very thankful, and we appreciate her service to the city. Dale Davidson, records clerk. Harold Howard, facilities maintenance supervisor. AKA Happy. Michael Jetmore, detective. Justin Manwaring, police officer. Richard Reason, equipment operator. Nathan Todd, IT technician. And Virginia Jenny Zimbruski, Administrative Clerk 3. All right, let's give a hand to our 10-year employees. We'll move on to our 15 years of service. 15 years, all right. Willie Daniels, recreation assistant. Our very own city manager, Marsha Hampton. Your mother is proud, Marsha, your mother is proud. Elaine McCune, terminal agency coordinator. And Brandon Nutter, sergeant. Laney's got to go back and take a picture. All right, let's give a hand to our 15-year employees. All right, we're moving up. 20 years. It's a dub. Mac Abercrombie, detective. Hey, Mac. Michael Metler, building official. Captain Brad Stafford. He did one earlier, Chief. He's fine. Carlos Underwood, Maintenance Supervisor. Carlos has a whole army back there at his table. All right, y'all give it up for 20 years. All right, we will move to our 25 years. This is our largest tenure category this year. Last year, I know we did 30, but this year it's 25 years. And we will begin with Lieutenant Amy Belcher, 25 years. Congrats, Amy. Mm-hmm. Bobby Willingham, Park Maintenance Supervisor. "25 years. That's longer than I am old. Karen Knight, Communications Coordinator. Congrats, Karen. You're welcome. Stephanie Huffs, Crime Scene Technician. And Captain Greg Weaver. That's 25 years worth of service from those employees right there. We're recognizing this year 5 retirees, and our retirees have served between 10 and 20 years of service per employee. So we will recognize their service tenure and call them up if they are here with us today. Richard Collins, 10 years. Slick Rick, that's what they call him. Miss Sheila Mason, 20 years. Sheila. Miss Laura Mullis, 20 years. Laura. Jeffrey Shelton, 29 years. Is Jeff here? Okay. So I said between 10 and 20 years, actually 10 and 29 years. And last but not least, Scott Walker, 20 years. So we want to thank all of our retirees. It's a blessing to be able to retire, and we thank them for their service to the city. All right, now can I have the police and deputy chief come to the podium for the police department awards for this year?
How's everybody? Good morning, good morning. To the mayor, council, and to department heads, and to everybody here, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas as we get close to the Christmas season. And, you know, it's just great to be a part of a working unit of employees where everybody get along. Not all the time, but that's family, right? Family don't get along together all the time, but I think we have a great working relationship here at the city of Douglasville. I'm not going to hold you too long, but we have actually 4 awards, and I'm going to just take an opportunity first to give this guy an award. It just so happened that I was at my desk today and I received a correspondence from the University of Louisville. And the guy that I sent to the University of Louisville, which is they have a administrative officers course there. And we sent our officers, our command staff officers, to get further training in leadership. So we sent J.R. Davison, Major Davison, to Louisville, Kentucky for, I guess, about 13 weeks. So I'm sitting there and he's sitting there. I said, I got something from Louisville. I don't know if it's a warrant or they got warrants on your JR, you know, because I went up there for the graduation and it was like officers from all over the country there, and they were really having a good time. I seen that they had a good time because they took me to a couple of places where you can have a good time. So I was like, JR, you think it's a warrant on you or what? He said, I don't know, Chief, let me see. So I didn't let him see, because it was directed to me. So it said, Dear Chief Sparks, the recognition of academic excellence is an integral part of the administrative officer's course. The University of Louisville defines several types of accomplishment as worthy of this distinction. One such award of excellence is that of Dean Scholar, a recognition awarded to a student who has earned the letter grade of an A in each of their courses. And I'm thinking, is this our JR? So I read on, you know, he like, can I see that? Oh, hold on, this, y'all remember, it's to me. So only a small percentage of our students achieve this status. We are pleased to inform you that Major James Davison has been designated as a Dean Scholar. We congratulate you and Major Davison for this outstanding performance as a member of the 140th Administrative Officer course. It is our request that you present this to him. So I'm presenting it to him in front of all of you to show you that our Major Davison did an outstanding job, and we at the police department, we commend him for his excellence, and we commend him for going out to the University of Louisville and making a mark that Douglasville Police Department sets the standard. So Major Davison, where are you? Come on up here. All right, congratulations.
Say a couple words for us, sir.
Yeah. You know, now he can get back to doing some work. Now, I went to I went to the FBI Academy. I guess I just see my way through there. But we had a great time, though. All right. I'm here to do our officers and employees of the year award for the police department. First, we like to our civilian employee, Miss Eleni McCune, who has been employed at the Douglasville Police Department for 15 years. Now, come on up, man. Come on up. Laney started off when we had the courts and a part of the police department. She was a court clerk, and she went from there to a receptionist, and now she heads up our tech department, and she's over all the receptionists, and she's doing an outstanding job, and she keeps us all in line and let me know what I can and can't do. So she's the mother down there. But she has 3 grown daughters, Samantha, Kimberly, Sydney, and she has 6 grandchildren, and they are the joy of her life. And her father, I say, Buddy worked for the police department. Is Buddy still here?
I think he had to take the baby out.
Oh, okay. All right, but Buddy, he's here, so congratulations. Oh, she's just walking over there.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, I love you. Yeah. And I might add, these people that I'm calling up, we voted on them as a department, and it's not just coming from the command staff, but it's coming from their peers in the department. Next, Victor Rivas. Come on up, Victor. You know, as a lady go to my church, and she said, you hired a guy, Victor Rivas. I used to work with him over at Cobb County. And she said he's an outstanding young man. And, you know, from just hearing from her and knowing what her walk in life is, and then being working with Victor these few years, what she said, it definitely hit right on point. Victor come to us from Smyrna. He was in the military as an aviation specialist. Once he retired out of the best service in the United States, the Army. Hoorah. He started working with Blackwater, which is I guess a civilian organization, and he had the opportunity to go to Afghanistan and serve, and he went to West Africa and served in the capacity in which he was serving with Blackwater. Also, once he did that service over in those 2 countries and serving our country in the capacity he was doing, he came back to Cobb County and he worked at the Sheriff Department. And it was just our great fortune that in 2016, he joined a real police department. Yes, and he's been doing an outstanding job. Now, one thing about the Victor is that, you know, our philosophy is one with the community and going out there and loving on the community and treating the community right. And, you know, he took hold of that, and he went out into the community, and it was hard, you know, it made my heart very warm to hear that an officer would go out into the community and see that there were some kids that was in their home and didn't have books to read but wanted to read. This man went out and bought some books, took them back. He took them back to the community and followed up with those kids. And right now when we get our manpower up, he's going to be going to the fine unit. That's one thing he want to do, is get out there on the interstate, serve in that capacity. So as soon as the manpower is up, he will be going there. Victor has 2 daughters, Victoria and Vanessa, and he's his fiance is here. I think Shay Bowers. How you doing? Stand up. Yeah. So they're raising their daughters, and so we really appreciate the work that Victor is doing, and continued success to him, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, okay. All right, last but not least, Corporal Shane Sadler. Shane has worked for me in several capacities, and you know, he got like a two-pager. I mean, like, yeah, I'm like, wow. You know, it's good that a man have a two-pager like this, but then you go look at his jacket to see if he's been in any trouble, and he don't have nothing in there. That's what's awesome. So, but Shane was born in Atlanta, and he's married to Amy for 21 years. Amy's here, and his daughter is here, Abigail. Now, Abigail, if you want a picture, just show it to Abigail, and she will paint it up for you. I'm for real. Yes. Get her a picture, show it to Abigail, and she make that thing beautiful. You know, it may not be beautiful, but Abigail will do something to it. She's very artistic in that, and she has a great calling right there. But Shane was hired in Douglasville Police Department in 1999. He attended the Clayton Regional Law Enforcement Academy. Now, I'm not going to read through all these things, but Shane started off in the patrol division, and he went from the patrol division working night shift and day shift. Then he went to the traffic unit. And, you know, we used to say, well, the that Harley is bigger than Shane. But you know, he made the motor unit. But here, where we are today, and I was reading this, I'm thinking about, wow, we right back where we are now to where we were back then. He had to come off the motor unit and come back to patrol because we were working short. And he did it gladly. So he went back to the patrol, and then he got into investigations, investigating all types of crime. I think I was captain over there at that time. And then he went to work narcotics. And I was over the narcotic unit at the time and did a lot of undercover operations. So now he's in our Office of Professional Standards, and he's doing a great job there. He got promoted to corporal. He's on the SWAT team. He jumped. You know, he's doing some of everything. He's just a great, outstanding officer. You call on Shane, he's there to get it done, and no thing about it. He don't second guess or start. I'm a why. You know, you get people now come to work for you like, hey, will you do it? You got to do this. First question, why? My why is because I told you to. You know, but you know, that's the way we do it. But anyway, Shane never, you know, I guess that's with the year that you come along. But Shane has done an outstanding job for us, and he's our supervisor of the year. So congratulations, Shane. And with that, we'll leave you.
Thank you, Chief and Deputy Chief. Congratulations to our police department who are recognized for their service to the police department and to the city of Douglasville. I would also like to acknowledge our leadership in the room today with us. Mayor Rochelle Robinson, Councilman Miller, Terry Miller is here with us, Councilman Davis in the back. Thank you all for being here with us today. Councilman Coach Watts, thank you for being here this morning and today with us as well. And if you all would just please keep Councilman Mike Miller and his family in your thoughts and prayers. This holiday season is pretty tough, so we just want to keep him and his family and friends in your thoughts and prayers. At this time, if the mayor and council would like to come to the podium and have words, I would like to invite them at this time. Ma'am? Oh, yes, ma'am. I didn't know if the council wanted to have any words to our,
Good afternoon, and thank you all so much for having us. A lot of times, our pictures are in the paper, and people see the elected officials, but it's the entire team of the city of Douglasville. And we really appreciate if you've been here a year or 32 or however many the chief is keeping count. And the preacher's already come, so let's take up the collection and all that with the chief coming preaching to us. But we really do appreciate all that you do every day. It's a team, and we could not do it by ourselves. We set the policy, but you all work the things out to make the city rise and continue to do as well as we're doing. So we really thank you so much for your time and for your commitment to the city of Douglasville. And it's not just a job, we're team members and we're family. So, and Officer Riaz, I can second that motion that he is the Officer of the Year, and he does a great job in the community. So we appreciate you all. Councilman Miller, you have words.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, to reiterate what the mayor has just said, and what you've really heard all afternoon, this is one incredible city. We don't have just a handful of special employees that need to be recognized. I think all of you need to be recognized, and I think you just give yourselves a hand of It's been my my honor to actually also serve this city as well. This is my second term, and after fierce opposition in two elections, I can say that I really had a fantastic time. It has been absolute joy to serve this city. When I started, how many years ago was it, Marcia? Was it 10 years ago? Is it that old? It just seems like a lot longer than that. Marcia and I started together on the Downtown Development Authority, and we worked on trying to find ways of making the downtown a little bit better place for people to come and see. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot we could do at the time, but what is very special to me is watching not just the city grow physically, but just watch it grow just spiritually, in a sense. It's just phenomenal how the city has just taken it upon itself and to become a premier location, a premier destination, and we're just starting right now. What was the expression? Our best days are still ahead, and I truly believe that. The Douglasville's best days are still ahead of us. But thank you all for serving.
It's okay now for me to do the Employee of the Year. Okay, I'm so excited about this. You all are going to guess who it is before I finish, and I won't say the name, but then I'll have to say the person's name. So this person has been in their profession for 13 years in the public sector. They're responsible in the city for developing and implementing policies and procedures that positively impact productivity and overall employee satisfaction. This person's talent in management, employee relations, compensation, benefits, administration, training and development, and retirement. And since this person's tenure with Douglasville, they have led the charge in developing a new health and wellness program, which has resulted in health insurance savings, reductions of claims, and overall employee engagement. The city has received the Atlanta Business Chronicle's Healthy Employer Award 2 years in a row as a result of this person's efforts and their team. Under the direction of Ms. Tia Allston-Bing, the Human Resources Department received the 2016 Medium Agency Achievement Award from the Georgia Local Government Personnel Association. Ms. Allston-Bing is the 2018 Impact Award from the Society of Human Resources. She is, you just won't believe this, Tia currently serves as the president of the Georgia Local Government Personnel Association and also the president of the Georgia Public Employer Labor Relations Association. She's obtained an advanced human resource management certificate, has her MBA from Strayer University, and this past October, she was recognized as an Outstanding Student Alumni Award in Atlanta. So Tia was recognized for her exceptional leadership and significance and contributions to human resources and to the community. So if you all would please join me in recognizing the Employee of the Year, Ms. Tia Allston-Bing. 2018 Employee of the Year. She's surprised.
Sneaky people around here. Sneaky. They're sneaky people. Thank you. I said it's some sneaky people in the city. No, okay. Anyway, I'm not going. Mayor, thank you. I always say to my boss, thank you for selecting me to work here, to be able to do what I love to do for the city. I'm very grateful, and as long as I can, I pray that God allows me to be the best human resources director that I can be. Sometimes, you know, it's a job that most times makes people happy, but sometimes doesn't. But that's okay, because when you are born to serve and help others, then you take it with stride. And I do appreciate this recognition. I appreciate my job. I love my job, and I love working with all of you. So thank you so much. I'm very humble, and I appreciate it so much. Okay, now that I'm off guard, I'd like to invite our city manager up to have some closing words for us. Ms. Marsha Hampton, please help me welcome her to the stage.
Well, congratulations to all of you, and congratulations, Tia. Well deserved to everyone in the room. And really, you know, I want to definitely wish you all a happy and merry holiday season. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you all is, you know, I was glancing around and looking around the room, and when I walked in earlier, I was just thinking of just how proud I am of how full the room is, and now that I get to see a lot of the new faces who are in the middle with me, and faces who, you know, may be looking down the road to transition. And I thought about I can name on one hand the things that I am proud of in my life. My family, the way I was brought up, my faith, my servant heart, and the rest is you all. My family. And I say that to say that Terry was able to come up and say that the best is yet to come, and there is it feels very spiritual. If you're not around people day to day that are really pushing forth and leading the charge, I say this with the elected officials, they've heard me say it time and time again, this is the best group that I have ever served with. And those who have served longer than me, I hope you can say the same. We have a group of people here that not just about what you do each day. We have ministers in the room, we have photographers, we have bakers, we have artists, we have musicians, and that is what you do. That's your addition, that's your passion outside of here. And I know that because I've gotten to know you all. So when I say that I am proud, I say it, I'm proud of who you are and what you do and what you give back to the citizens. Not just about your title, not just about the day-to-day, but who you are and what you choose to do every day to give. And again, that ranks in the top level of things that I'm proud of. And I appreciate the opportunity that I get to serve on side of you. I appreciate every year that I get to speak and say closing comments and welcome those to 5 years. Last year, welcome those to 30, and this year, welcoming those to 25. So I never take this opportunity lightly. It never fails to resonate with me that not many are given the opportunity. And when you are given the opportunity to, whether it's lead or serve alongside, you just don't take that lightly. So again, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do for our law enforcement officers and for those who commit themselves to positions of danger every day. Thank you to your families. And thank you to those who have brought their families alongside to be able to celebrate with us today. I appreciate everything that you all do from day to day, the long hours, sometimes coming in, griping about the day-to-day grind. But it's been fun. The past 15 years, as I have started my 16th year this year, I wake up every day happy to come to work and happy to work alongside you, and I hope that you all feel the same. So with that, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Congratulations to everyone again, and if I don't see you, have a Happy New Year and be safe. Thank you.
All right, everybody, that wraps up our service awards for this year. Thank you again. As Marcia said, thank you to the families that have come to celebrate with us, and we wish you all a great rest of the week. Have a great day.